Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance in Sacramento today, joined by Mike Gipson. He's a member of the California State Assembly. He is Democratic Caucus Chair. And I want to speak with you, sir, about immigration policy that's coming out of Washington. We know that immigration's a federal item, but the policies that are coming out of Washington are impacting California pretty dramatically. What can you tell us about the mood of Californians as it relates to the new administration and their immigration policies?
Well, first of all, I think that the new administration is at empt in a number of different ways in terms of the policies, the practices, anything that comes out of his mouth. He's not holding himself accountable. Other people are not holding himself accountable. He is a predator commander-in-chief, which simply means to me that someone is out of control. This president with 13 executive orders have turned America upside down. California, we have people who live in fear. People in my district are afraid to open the door when someone knocks on the door. People are scared to walk down the street, fear that they're going to be snapped up for whatever reason in terms of being undocumented. There
is no question that Immigration and Customs Enforcement is much more active than it was during the Obama years. It's undeniable. But during the Obama years, we did see a tremendous number of deportations. Some in the Latino community called Mr. Obama the deporter-in-chief. So how is that different from what we're experiencing now?
Well, one thing that President Barack Obama did not do is create 13 executive orders. Singling out Muslim countries have made it clear, even when he ran as a president, what he's going to do. Build a wall to keep people out? What about a president who's going to build a bridge and bring and unite people? He has divided this country among race. He has caused fear. He's caused kids not to even want to go to school, or parents not even going to want to go to work for the simple fact that they may be apprehended or in fact detained. And that's wrong.
How would you respond to those that would say, we understand, but if you're not in this country legally, you're not in this country legally and you should be removed?
Well, I disagree with that. I think that people left whatever country of their origin to come here to have a better life. People are going through the process right now into becoming citizens. They're being caught up, they're being detained while going through the process in which they are supposed to go through the process. But we're seeing whole families being destroyed, being separated. We have children whose parents were detained and those kids are now left alone, which now means that those kids are going to be a ward of the county, being in foster care. People's families and lives are being turned upside down, even to the fact what Congress is doing right now around the Affordable Care Act. You know, by 2026, 24 million people will lose their health care coverage, which means to me that 24 million Americans will die as a result of not having health care coverage based on this Congress. And is that the America that we all envision? No, the America we all envision is inclusive, making sure that we take care of the most vulnerable individuals in our community. And that's not happening under this administration.
I understand what you're saying, and there's no question that you are voicing the views of many Californians. Let's remember that while Donald Trump may have won the presidency, Hillary Clinton carried this state by 7 points more than Barack Obama. And he was very popular in California. So Californians spoke loudly and clearly during the presidential election. The challenge, though, is even though Hillary Clinton may have won the popular vote by almost 3 million, the Electoral College gave the victory to Mr. Trump.
Right.
And so what is California to do? I mean, there's no doubt that the legislature has taken a very aggressive position vis-a-vis the Trump administration.
Absolutely.
And some question whether it's to the benefit of California that we take that aggressive position. Because, look, he is going to be president, barring some strange circumstance, for at least 4 years. We got to work with him somehow.
Well, if that's the question to me, we have 10 million undocumented individuals who live among us here in California. And 25% are undocumented. Yeah. Do we let whatever happens to our neighbors happen? Or do we say that we're going to protect those who are here in California because they are part of our family. They are a part of this very fabric of California. And I think that California stands up in a loud voice to, one, not only have legislature empower itself to go and hire Eric Holder to be our personal attorney.
The former Attorney General of the United
Right.
States.
We have Javier Pacetta, who's our Attorney General.
Former U.S. Congressman.
Who is bright, who's understanding what Congress is going through right now, is to build up a fortress. That's why we've passed House Resolutions 2 and also House Resolution 6 to making sure that our undocumented family members know that we're standing with them. And again, we're talking about whole families being destroyed as a result of this. I have not seen so much fear that's taking place right now in California in my entire lifetime. People are afraid, and that is real fear.
And I would say this, that when you talk about these families, as I understand it, quite frequently the status of a family is fragmented. So you may have a mother that's documented, but a father's not, an older sibling that's not documented, but the younger sibling is. And so that can really create a lot of anxiety because at any moment, like you described, one could be plucked from the home. And as I understand it, that has happened.
It has happened. But it doesn't make it right. We're talking about, again, families being destroyed. We have this individual who's in the White House now, which I refuse to call his name. He is not only separating, destroying families, right? But he's also declaring war on California. When he said California is out of control, then he attacked UC Davis because the students there expressed an outrage over a previous speaker. Then he's declaring war on cities who declare themselves sanctuary cities. And for me as a policymaker, I have to stand up and making sure that Californians are protected. That's why I introduced Assembly Bill 440 that basically says any city in California lose federal funds due to themselves declaring a sanctuary city, that we're creating a pot of money to replace or replenish that.
Why shouldn't a city, any governmental entity, who may be aware of someone who's not documented, why shouldn't they interact with the federal government and let the federal government know we're in possession of someone who's not here legally?
I think, again, that we should do everything that we can to protect those who are here in California. And I think that we do ourselves a disservice and we turn our back. We're talking about our neighbors. We're talking about the people who we go to church with. We're talking about people who we go to school with. We see in the grocery store. I don't think that we could ever conceive that Americans would do something like that because, again, America is all of us from every different shape or ethnicity, different religions. That's what makes America great.
So what can California do?
Continue to fight. Continue to fight against racist policies, executive orders that doesn't make sense. Continue to file challenges in the federal court to uphold those kinds of demoralizing and racist kinds of executive orders. 13 executive orders, not even the first 100 in the first 100 days. I've never seen anything like this before in my entire life as an adult when I was able to vote. It's out of control. And I'm concerned about the individuals who are in cabinet positions. They're placing us in a position where we're going to roll back the hands of time and take us in a place where America was not so great. It was not so great, and we need to move forward because America is great, and I believe it's great because of the people that's in our borders.
His name is Mike Gipson. He is a member of the California State Assembly. He represents significant portions of Los Angeles County. My name is Brad Pomerance. You're watching us on Local Edition.